Hello and welcome back to Blues Armory, where we are at the desk again because we're going to look at the two videos that were released in anticipation for Andor Season 2. And we're going to look at it. There's lots of people that do videos reacting to trailers and everything, but I'm going to look at it from someone that is a cosplayer and look at all the new lovely costumes that we're seeing, specifically a lot of armor in Andor Season 2. So let's watch the first one and then we'll watch the second one. They're very similar, but slightly different at the same time. So let's have a look. So first things we want to talk about as we go through this trailer is Cassian's outfit, which is what I'm assuming him on Yavin 4 at the Rebel base that we see in episode 4 of Star Wars episode 4. That jacket is phenomenal. He's got a new holster. This is very different to his Rogue One attire, and that kind of like mustardy shirt. It doesn't look like a Han Solo shirt. It looks just like a high collar with this bit at the top. I love that look. And the sort of pleating on the jacket here. A little bit busy on the panels here, but that's okay. We like this. And then obviously all the background characters looking fantastic. The next thing I want to talk about in terms of costuming is, we're going to skip forward a little bit. Obviously we see Saw Gerrera looking more like he did in Rogue One, which is super cool. Come on, what's next that we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about? I want to talk about Ben Mendelsohn back in his Imperial officer uniform with the cape and the cloak thing, and that is wonderful and fantastic. Love that. More Stormtroopers this season. We didn't see many last season. This is what I want to talk about. So I want to talk about these, I don't even know what to call them. Are we calling them ISB Special Troopers, or are we calling them like Proto-Range Troopers? I'm not entirely sure, but I want to talk about some things here. So looking at the gauntlets that they've got, those are definitely not Stormtrooper gauntlets at all. They're way too... The Stormtrooper gauntlet's more of a rounded one. These are very angular and very square with lots of buttons on them. I'm going to guess that might be from the Range Trooper from Solo. The bicep armor is very similar to a Stormtrooper. The shoulder bells are very similar to the Stormtrooper. We've got the shoulder straps, that's very Stormtrooper. The belt and belt boxes, they kind of look like Stormtrooper belts, but not quite. These two guys in the front have the Imperial Army Trooper or the ICAT driver armor on, I think, but it's in white. And then the ISB officer in the back also has the same thing. And then definitely not Stormtrooper blasters. Those look like Relby V10s, similar to what Bosk has. That's super cool. And then the bald guy in the front, I can't quite tell, but it looks like he has some sort of communicator, rebreather, something like that. And then there's one in the back who has no goggles on, but two of them seem to have hats on, which could be Imperial officer hats. And then the other two, one's got goggles on and then one's an Imperial officer, an ISB officer. So lots of interesting costuming things going on here. These are very definitely similar to Stormtrooper belts. You can see the canvas material on them. That is super cool. Then we've got what looks to be like Krennic in some sort of ISB Imperial officer, but like maybe evening wear of some sort. It's beautiful, whatever it is. After that we get some great costumes, quick shots of some great costumes, of some like evening wear, more Stormtroopers, more Cassian, more Army Troopers, which is good to see. Cyril is back. We love Cyril. Lots of fancy dress. We like to see Star Wars fancy dress. More of that, please. And that's about it for sort of armor and stuff in this trailer. We're going to go to the second trailer and then have a look at those and see if there was anything different in that one. So second trailer was also extremely cool. We get some more Stormtroopers, some more Imperial Army Troopers, all looking wonderful and fantastic. We get another shot of Cassian in a different outfit. I want to talk about, there is a shot here of someone pulling a fuel line off what I think we're calling the TIE Avenger. Not entirely sure. I know it's an EU TIE, but it's quite hard to see in this one, but it almost looks like Inferno Squadron TIE pilot costumes. There's the red on the shoulders, which makes me think it looks, I think that is Cassian. So it could just be his jacket that he's wearing, because I know he's got a red style jacket. But that's very interesting. I mean, a reference of Inferno Squad would be amazing. Lots more fancy dress in Star Wars. Same shot with the jacket that we had in the previous trailer. Lots new stormtroopers. In this shot, there seems to be Imperial officers, or somewhat similar to an Imperial officer. Some sort of officer, but in a brown, I'm going to say tunic. Based on the guy in front, he looks like he's got the Imperial officer tunic, but they almost are wearing beanies with goggles, and then they have E11 blasters. But it's the same belt, not the same boots as an Imperial officer. The Imperial officer is a knee-high boot. These are more like your TIE pilot boots, so maybe they're sort of engineers or something. Very cool to see. Edrio 2 tubes there. Wonderful, wonderful costume. What else do we have? Lots of incredible shots of Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma. This Saw Gerrera. This is different to Rogue One, but it's also different to Andor Season 1. It's giving shades of when you see him in Jedi Fallen Order. It is a beautiful costume. Looks absolutely insane. We see this shot of Daedra in an all-black getup. It looks like maybe a formal attire. That's cool. More cool stuff. Here's another shot of that TIE pilot costume. So, what we can see here is it's like a TIE. So we've got the TIE pilot gloves. We've got the TIE pilot belt with belt boxes. Those belt boxes look quite small for a TIE pilot costume. And then as you look at the chest box, it's got things from a TIE pilot chest box. It looks a little bit shorter, and it almost looks like he's got a vest underneath. Those switches on there are definitely from a TIE pilot, almost just flipped. One's flipped upside down, and then there's obviously only two. And then there's some sort of rank insignia. But that is super cool. Yeah, you can definitely see he's got some sort of belt, some sort of box, chest box, because it's got the cog on the back, but then the other two switches are on the back, which is very confusing. Very cool, very excited to see new variations of TIE pilots. I love TIE pilots. What else have we got? A standard Imperial officer, absolutely beautiful costume. More fancy dress costumes from Cassian. And then that's about it. We do see an Imperial officer in a poncho. This looks like the normal Imperial officer poncho that they brought out for Andor, which has got a few more white lines in it. Imperial Army troopers and Imperial Stormtroopers. We get Saw Gerrera's Rebels, which is quite hard to see how any of their costumes look because it was a shot from behind, but I'm very excited to see some more of those. We're going to get another shot of the... just how good is that Ben Mendelsohn costume? That collar on his Imperial officer tunic is very high. I don't know if that's how they normally are. Certainly not how it's like on mine or anyone else's I've seen, but that is a very tall collar. I'd have to look at Rogue One again and see if that's true. We get another shot of these, I don't know what we're calling them, but you get a better shot to see what they've got strapped onto their chest. It's almost like they've got ammo packs strapped onto their chest, and you can definitely see that they're wearing Imperial officer hats. But then, yeah, they've got these weird chest packs, which I'm really curious to know what those are. Lots of quick shots of different bits and pieces, and I think that's kind of it. The last little bit of costume I kind of want to say is Alan Tudyk in his motion capture suit, which means he's definitely going to be doing some stuff with Cassian, which is awesome. And then the final thing I want to talk about is this wonderful shot of the Imperial officers in almost like some sort of special attire. So we've got the normal tunic with some shoulder epaulets, a different belt, and then Mendelssohn has a sash, almost like a, I don't even know what that is. It's kind of like some sort of military sash, and then he's got some embellishments on his collar, and then he's got epaulets on his cloak as well, which looks different to the normal cloak he wears, but that is super cool. I love this like Imperial officer formal wear. It's got 3 ranked, same rank, I think that's a lieutenant rank, is 3 bars of blue. But that is so cool, and I'm so excited to see all the new costumes. But just a quick little video on what my opinions are on the trailer. It was fantastic, but mainly I'm so excited to see all these different costumes that we're going to get in Andor Season 2. Andor Season 1 was phenomenal, probably one of the best Star Wars things that they've done in years, but I'm excited for more new Star Wars costumes, and I'm sure the 501st guys are very excited because that means new CRLs and new things. And mine is almost done, and I would love to do an ISB officer, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.